people are actually missing the point, especially people in America. People are not being honest with themselves when they are talking about this case.
Objection. The gentlelady from Texas is recognized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. And to be clear, I'm not going to ask any questions of this witness because this witness has revealed that she has no intentions of answering questions. But instead, I'm going to ask some very basic questions really quickly of my colleague.
Hey, what's up, people? Welcome to DB Unfiltered. On this channel, we are going to be honest with ourselves. We are going to be honest with you guys. We are going to say it how it is. This case, this Jeffrey Epstein's files, Donald Trump is the #1 person that the FBI, that the American Justice Department should be looking at. But guess what? He is the president, and he has chose the people who are supposed to be looking at him. If this was Trump 1.0, I mean Trump the first time, like those who were in his cabinet would have already pulled the plug. But Trump did learn his lesson. That is why Trump picked the people who are most loyal to him and not to the American people. These people are working for Donald J. Trump. They all know. They know the truth. That is why when you listen to Pam Bondi, the #1 law enforcement person in the United States, when she is asked a question, she will never, ever answer the question. Because that question, that answer, points to one person and one person only, Donald J. Trump. But listen to Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett is not going to waste her time to ask her questions because she is never going to answer those questions. And guess what? These people, they know how to filibuster this question. They know how to divert attention. They will never answer the question that are asked concerning that issue, that very issue that can maybe, I'm going to say it because this is unfiltered. This is a thing that can kill Trump. This is the only thing that can take Trump down, but it is not going to happen. So I'm just going to let you guys listen to Jasmine Crockett. And if you have any comments to make your comments down below. And do not forget, DB Unfiltered is going to hit 100,000 subs. Whether I like it or not, I am going to hit 100,000 subs. And I'm counting on you guys to get me to that 100,000 subs. So with nothing else to say, listen to Jasmine Crockett and just make your comments below and say what you think, because this is
who tried to investigate ICE officer in shooting resigns.
Without objection.
Thank you.
The chair now recognizes the gentlelady from North Carolina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Attorney General Bondi, I think you and pretty much everybody else here and throughout the country believes that convicted sex offenders don't deserve special treatment or privileges in prison. And yet Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator, received perk after perk in prison. In July, she had a 2-day interview with your deputy and President Trump's former defense attorney, Todd Blanche. Just days after that, Maxwell was transferred from a federal correctional institution in Florida to a minimum security camp in Texas, which she, as a sex offender, would normally be ineligible for. At this new facility, as the ranking member talked about, and by the way, it's nicknamed Club Fed, we've heard reports that she's been afforded special privileges, puppy time, private workouts, personal mail, secretarial services. Attorney General Bondi, does a convicted sex offender like Ghislaine Maxwell deserve special treatment and privileges in prison? Yes or no?
Let me be crystal clear on this. No. And let
Thank
me
you.
let me keep
Perfect.
going. No, let me keep going.
Perfect. Well, I
I
have
did not
a
know
few
she
more
was being
questions.
transferred.
I
and
asked you yes or no.
she was
and
not
I'm reclaiming my
transferred to a
time.
lower
Mr. Chairman,
level
please stop the
Okay.
clock and remind the witness of the
Time.
rules. One rule she needs to
And I'm
understand
glad
here.
that we're agreeing. So when we're agreeing, we can move on to some other things.
When
But
we're
I
not
want you
agreeing,
to
we move on.
know that every time she does get these perks, and it's been publicly reported, that the folks she's abused, the survivors who are sitting here, they see themselves as being denied justice. They feel re-traumatized. And I'm glad that we agree on that. But she should not be in that prison. And she needs to be moved back to a maximum security prison as soon as possible. But what she has told another committee here is that she won't cooperate with them unless she gets clemency from Donald Trump. It's just crazy to consider that she can be wielding this kind of influence within the administration. But that begs the question, who ordered her to be transferred to the minimum security prison that she was ineligible for? Who signed off on the special privileges? Was it Mr. Blanche? Was it one of your other subordinates? So please, can you tell us who sent her there, since you don't agree she should be there?
I said I do not agree she should receive special treatment. She was transferred, I learned after the fact, to the same level facility, and that is a question for the Bureau of Prisons. I was not involved in that at all. The same level facility, I don't know why, but you know, instead of talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, who hopefully will die in prison, you should be talking about Irina Zarutska,
I have a couple
who
of
died
other
on a
questions.
subway.
Right, and I absolutely—
You don't talk about that.
I have been talking about it and actually helping with these issues. But we're gonna move back to you.
I bet we are.
Yes, of course, because you're here to testify. That's what the whole point of this endeavor is. So of course we're moving back to you. It is all about you. So as we've heard, she took the fifth in response to every single question in that committee hearing. And her lawyer dangled the offer of clemency. Should Donald Trump pardon or commute her sentence? Should she be released from prison, yes or no? You said you hope she dies there, so I'm hoping the answer is no.
I already answered that question.
Good. I'm very glad. I really like this bipartisan agreement about
when
what
it
should
agrees
happen
with
with
you.
her.
But you
Yes.
don't want to talk about Irina Zarutska. You don't want to talk about
I talk about her
murdered
all
by
the
a
time,
violent crime
but
offender
I am not
in
here
your
to testify
jurisdiction.
before Congress. You are. That is your job today.
You are
That's what you're getting paid
obsessed
for.
with attack.
Time belongs-
So
Time belongs to the
I
young lady.
want you to know that your own DOJ employee, he's recently been demoted and had some other problems, advises on pardons. Do you think he will be advising Mr. Trump on any kind of clemency or pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell?
I'm not going to speculate, and you couldn't even identify properly. That's why you don't want to talk about Irina Zarutska. You couldn't properly identify her relative.
I absolutely
It's embarrassing.
have been, and her family, by the way, appreciates all of the condolences, all of the help, everything that our law enforcement in North Carolina has been doing to help her family. Her family feels well treated. Thank you, and I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back. Gentleman from California is recognized.
I'd ask unanimous consent to enter into the record an article by former Attorney General William P. Barr entitled, "Why Pam Bondi Didn't Publish All the Epstein Files in 30 Days." The answer is simple. It was not possible, from the Wall Street Journal.
Well said. Without objection, the gentlelady from Florida is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Madam-
I'm sorry.
yes.
May I respond 20 seconds to something that Congresswoman Ross said?
Go right ahead.
Thank you. She also opposed a sex offender registry as head of North Carolina ACLU. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Attorney General. And I'd like to pick up where you left off a moment ago, because we convene here today as a committee for the stated purpose of conducting oversight